Welcome to Gamer Ability. I'm your host Sixpenny and I'm back with another Hitman 3 gameplay video. I'm moving on to the second story mission in Hitman 3 on the Xbox Series X, Death in the Family. If you enjoy these videos, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my new videos. Stay tuned and enjoy.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did,
She'll make it right. She always does.
we have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood,
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Alright, so Agent 47's mission is to eliminate the high-value target, Alexa Carlisle, and find the case file. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
Thornbridge Manor. the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
So we are arriving in style with the motorcycle. Now, you heard them. She knows we're coming. She expects us. You saw the snipers in the background. So this is not going to be easy. We have to infiltrate the birthplace of Providence, take out Alexa, and find the case file. A beautiful view here. Oh, there's the detective in front of us. If I could find a way to... Also, it's showing mission story revealing.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Oh, so
A
the
famous
story
private
guide.
investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Oh, let's do it. Impersonate the detective. That's going to be the story mission we're going to use. Okay, so we have 2 guards in the front. I'm just going to follow the detective up. It's probably going to be tough to take him out because we have 2 guards there. And he's we definitely can't take him out right in the open. Yeah, so there's one of the workers that he's walking up to. Okay, I'm just going to keep following. He has his notebook out, but still, if I take him out there, yeah, that's not going to work. Pick up brick. You never know when we might need it. I can already tell this mission's going to be fun, impersonating a detective.
Well, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you follow me.
Okay, so he's following her.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but...
I'm just going to keep moving in.
Here, everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother...
Oh, this place is going to be heavily guarded.
Security. I've never seen...
Look at all the security.
And I dare say I don't like it at all.
So he's going in the front door. No way I can get in the front door. I'm just going to keep moving this way. Oh, we have a window. I'm going to head to those bushes. So nobody to the right. Nobody. Oh, no. That was close. I might have missed my opportunity to get to the bushes. I'll wait till he moves back. There we go. Time to move. So he's moving inside. Let's jump through the window. What do we have here? Try to unlock door. Key, crowbar. Okay, so we'll have to find a crowbar sometime. Sword, probably not the best time for a sword. So we're just gonna... So always start with the intel gathering phase. Watch the NPCs. He's heading our way. Oh, if he's alone in this hallway. Yes. Got him. Whew. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, so now for the detective. We're fine to move around. Meet Alexa Carlyle in the foyer. Oh, we get to be a detective. Agent 47. the hitman becomes a detective.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very true.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Oh, let's get straight on with
I prefer
it.
to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna follow Mr. Fernsby. We have some type of crime to solve.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madam Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
So please bear with them.
That's
They
harsh.
seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madam Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
A foreshadow to the future there, Agent 47.
Before you inspect
Clever.
the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madam Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside.
We get to
and
solve a
suicide
murder.
letter was found in his room. However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Alright, so there's been a murder.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
We always do.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body,
Okay.
47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
So, he was poisoned. That doesn't seem like a suicide. We may need this knife later, so let's just pick it up. Get on the computer.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Not really. It'd be weird to buy new shoes. Suicide note.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Let's see, what did it say? I'm haunted by horrible past choices and their all-consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft keeping me afloat. Without her, I cannot go on. Goodbye. See, are there any more clues in here? There's a book. It's a little secret passageway.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
So somebody's been...
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Somebody's been up to something, so we just got a map. Let's pull up the map. 4 levels. Wow, this place is massive. The level design so far in this game, I mean, they're amazing. And all the entire Hitman series. Okay, let's head to Mr. Fernsby. So I don't think it was an accident. I don't think it was suicide. I mean, I think that somebody definitely poisoned him. Don't think he poisoned himself.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
He seems fishy. Just, no, I don't have an alibi. We'll see. So, open
This
intel.
is very useful information, 47.
Okay, so we have to talk to Gregory, Edward, Rebecca, Emma, Patrick, and we already talked to Mr. Fernsby. He clarified up front that he was working in his office last night, does not have an alibi. That's fishy.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Yeah, we're asking questions.
Get back to you later.
Who's this? Patrick.
Patrick Carlyle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
He does not seem guilty.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Okay, so he's putting the blame on Mr. Fernsby. That could make this guy a potential... Maybe he just doesn't seem like one to do
I
it.
said I'd get you money.
This is so cool. In a Hitman game, we get to be a detective and solve a murder. Let me know down in chat as you're watching this right now. Let me know who you think is guilty. Do you have your first thoughts on who's guilty? I know we only have interviewed 2 people, and out of those 2, it does not seem like Patrick. It seems like Mr. Fernsby. Just comparing those 2.
Why don't we get
Okay,
any
who do we
kind of
have? There's
explanation?
2 of them here,
It's
it
bloody
looks like.
rude. That's what it is.
Let's talk to Gregory
come
first.
Here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the
Currently
least bit
busy.
strange.
Currently busy.
Don't get your knickers all twisted.
Okay, I'll come back to them.
She's not fit to be in charge anymore.
Is that one? Yeah. Now let's talk to Rebecca.
Rebecca Carlyle. Can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but
seemed
I
to
saw
blame
Mr.
Emma.
Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon.
Oh.
And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
So that's 2 of them so far that's mentioned Mr. Fernsby. It's 2 people.
Give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca?
What do we got here?
She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Okay, what do we got here? Tokens for Rebecca and Mr. Fernsby. According to the bodyguards, Rebecca and Mr. Fernsby, the butler, have each been given a token for the Milton Fitzpatrick Bank. When combined, the tokens grant access to a deposit box to whoever holds the set. This deposit box may well contain the copy of the case file. Oh, so we have to figure out how to get both coins from Rebecca and Mr. Fernsby. That's not going to be easy. Might as well pick up this. You never know. Hitman, the Agent 47 has unlimited storage capacity. It's quite impressive. We still have a lot more people to interview. So there's Rebecca. We already... Here's Emma.
Gregory, don't say...
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
Everybody's a suspect.
For everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
That does explain why Rebecca said she was acting strange, the migraine.
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit. Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear.
So it's interesting, she mentioned that he was depressed, but is that to cover up her own...
Oh, please.
He's circling us.
Well, listen to her. She's talking about me. I'm right here.
I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health.
We'll come back to him. Alright, so here's Edward.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all,
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years?
Wow.
His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning, or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy.
Oh my
Mother will
goodness.
surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
He doesn't seem guilty. So here's my thinking right now. None of the siblings, they don't see each other very often. What motive would they have to take out Zachary? Unless jealousy, because he's so close to Alexa. But it seems like it'd have to be somebody that was with Zachary all this time. The butler would make sense. I don't know. We still need to find more.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my...
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Very interesting. So we I believe that's all the suspects. Gregory's alibi was confirmed. Edward's Carlisle, his alibi was confirmed as well. So we haven't confirmed any of the other ones, but we did question them. So it's basically down to Rebecca, Emma, Patrick, and Mr. Fernsby. Let me know down in the comment sections at this point, who are you thinking? Who do you think it is right now with the evidence we have? This is so much fun though. So question subjects and search locations. So let's see if we can find locations of interest. One thing that you always need to find in the Hitman games is a way to open doors. So a crowbar, a lockpick, keys. Let's see what we have here. So screwdriver. Maybe we can unlock doors with that. We'll see. A car battery. I really don't need that. So this is where, this is where we came from. And remember, there was a staff area.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Oh, if we can get in. Okay, no crowbar. We don't have a lockpick. So there was no crowbar in the staff lounge. Maybe there's one nearby. You never know. A lot of times in missions, you find them outside or at least near the building, like near that door. So what do we have here? Is that a baseball? Yeah, we may use that. I'm just going to keep working my way around. Maybe we'll find. So what do we have here? A shovel and a rake.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral.
I probably shouldn't just sneak around. That's not suspicious at all.
I'll need a vacation when this is over.
We have here staff locker key. Probably shouldn't pick that up in front of anybody. That could come in handy. Oh, crowbar. I don't want to pick up something illegal. Maybe they won't. Yeah, he'll see it. I'm not going to risk it because I found the crowbar I needed. This could be big. I have a strong suspicion that Mr. Fernsby is guilty. The other ones just don't really make sense. So let's use our crowbar, bust open the door. What do we have here? Mr. Fernsby's list. list. A list written by Mr. Fernsby, the butler. It details various preparations for tomorrow's pretend funeral and a photo shoot scheduled for today by the fountain in the garden. Handwriting does not match Zachary Carlisle's suicide note. Interesting. Handwriting does not match it. What else we got? Oh, a mansion master key. Are you serious? We can get anywhere. It's a golf club. That's not a weapon you can stow away, probably. Let's see. No. Probably shouldn't walk around. The detective that walks around. What's this? Wait, Zachary's half-burnt diary?
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago.
What?
And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident.
Oh.
And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
So he didn't write the letter himself. Zachary was about to say about the murder in the past, and Fernsbury would need to cover that up. But the handwriting also did not match. If you remember, the handwriting did not match Fernsbury either. The list that Fernsbury had, because if we go to Mr. Fernsbury's office, we have the list. It does not match Zachary Carlisle's suicide note writing. So Mr. Fernsby, wouldn't it make sense that he wrote the letter unless he changed the handwriting? We would need to find some type of, I don't know, something that could be used. Oh, what's this? Lethal poison? What?
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder.
Yeah, he didn't.
But I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did.
So
maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
So that
Unless,
would be...
of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
So we have enough evidence to frame the butler. So she's right. The butler did not do it. Not the same poison. So it's not the butler. So we have three suspects off the board. But we can still frame him and get close to our target. Let's do some more digging. We already interviewed them, but if I can find their bedrooms, now that I have the master key. This mission is so fun. Agent 47, the detective. I really thought it was going to be the butler. I really did. It could. They said Emma was acting
That is the door
weird.
to Rebecca's room.
Okay, let's go in there. And I still haven't found the 2 tokens. I need 2 tokens.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Okay, so it wasn't Rebecca, but I keep keeping in mind that the poison could have been placed at any time. Any time. Anything else in here that we need? What's this painting? Another secret passageway. Somebody's really been studying this. Let's look. Oh no. I did not mean to do that.
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan Yates. You get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account?
Looks like there's somebody in here.
No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll hold.
Okay, we're taking out that guy.
Here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist?
This might be important, this computer. A lawyer. So I could disguise as the lawyer. I like being the detective, though. That could be another way to complete the mission, though, and get close to her. Investigate. What's on here?
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Oh, no. So that would probably be one way. Which one's Arthur? So we have Patrick, Emma. So we've eliminated Rebecca. We only have 2 suspects left, Emma and Patrick. And if we remember, Patrick said that he blamed it on the butler. And maybe he framed the butler. Now, Emma said it might have been suicide because he seemed depressed. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Anything else in here I can use? Soda can, might be able to use it as a distraction later. Never know, may need some scissors. This is getting interesting. This is getting very interesting. We still have more evidence. If we could find Patrick's room. What's this? Bathroom? No. Where is Patrick's room? Patrick and Emma. Or were Patrick and Emma in on it together?
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Oh, they are together? Maybe it was both of them. This is getting very interesting. But we need some firm evidence. What do we have here? A letter from Emma's mother.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery.
Oh.
And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Oh, the plot really thickens. So they murdered her father and she found out. Oh, this is interesting. What do we have here? Letter opener. Is this something else? Greenhouse
A keychain
key.
pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
I know exactly why. She went to the greenhouse to get poison. See, where's the greenhouse? There's the greenhouse. She should have hid the key better, knowing a private investigator was coming into town. Okay, I think it's safe to say, unless she was framed, I think it's Emma. But we need to find Patrick's room. If he even has a room. Or maybe go to the greenhouse.
Can I do anything for you? Yes, actually. Could you speed up time?
I wonder where Patrick's room is at.
Boredom. I fear I may not survive him in time. Perhaps a brisk walk with the dog. You good? I said speed up time, not my passing.
Now just go away, will you? Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
How very kind of you, dear.
So he does not like the butler. I'm gonna go to the greenhouse. Maybe we'll find out more there. It seems like Emma would make the most sense right now. Because she has motive.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this text.
What did she say?
Well,
She seems to be the only one that really has true motive. Patrick's doesn't seem to have motive. He just doesn't like Mr. Fernsby.
Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
The plot thickens. Viewers, what are you thinking right now?
So many on call for a
Who's the
pretend
culprit?
funeral.
Who
These
did
are
it?
Extraordinary.
Are we going to solve the murder?
If they find out how efficient we can be, they'll let half of us go.
Don't work too hard. Bad news, actually. We don't have any
Mission story.
Ethel looks everywhere.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Which one?
Oh, Madam Carlyle will be
Let's see what the other mission
Madam
is.
Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
No, we're sticking to the one we're on.
Yes. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I think we figured it out though. It has to be Emma. Has to be. Oh, if I do this. Okay.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his
Oh, this
plans
person
with
doesn't
three
believe.
seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said they let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out first chance she got. And now we'll never know.
Oh, my.
So I need to get into this building. Wonder if this will get seen. Yeah, definitely. The guard's right there. I bet we'll find the poison in there. So I'm gonna have to take out this guard right here. And let's hide his body. Don't look this way. There we go. And then now, I should be able to get in here without the guard, Karen. There we go. Boat key. That could be a possible escape route. Very nice. But can we find the plant?
Never again meet someone like Zachary.
Oh, is this it? So poisonous flower nectar.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Repair distillation kit. So somebody was in here using it. But is that enough evidence to blame her? I think the only one we have enough evidence against is the butler to frame him. But somebody, I believe somebody framed the butler. So we didn't get what we needed. I was expecting to get a little bit more from out there.
You look tanned.
Wasn't
I
Rebecca.
bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate.
But now we do know Rebecca.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too,
I
you
believe
know.
this is Rebecca's water. That could be how I get the token from her. Ah, yeah, this one. That could be how we get the token from her. Get her in the bathroom.
Phil, did you find out that the vote was notarized?
Did Patrick do it?
Please stay back.
I have to go to my map here and see what we're missing. It's not Fernsbury, but we can frame them. There's Emma and Gregory's room. Rebecca's room. I bet it's this room here. It has to be somewhere up here. Maybe here?
So, Sam, have you ever fallen in love?
I should
probably
let you get back to it.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
No, so that's the study.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents?
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
Already been in here. This is a tough one.
Yeah, keep it real.
I don't want to go through without solving it though. Ooh, we can't get past him. So it wasn't the butler, but we could always frame the butler. A part of me wants to solve the case. Definitely not an easy case to solve, though. I believe if we get the security outfit... Not suspicious at all, right? Just... coming out of the main door. We have a crowbar. I can unlock the shortcut.
Sir?
What am I missing? How do we solve this? We have most of the suspects eliminated besides Emma and Patrick. We've been in Emma's room. Which basically seemed to make her guilty. But the problem is I have not found if even Patrick, maybe he's not staying here.
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American.
He has to be
What on earth
staying
are you doing in
somewhere.
this shithole? Girl like you belongs in clubs in London.
No, you should probably.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Anything in the bathroom? No. You know, I don't see how I don't already have everything I need to say it was Emma. I really think Emma did it. But do I have enough evidence? That's going to be the question. Let's go talk to Mr. Fernsbury. I think we have enough evidence, honestly. Because I just don't see... Patrick does not seem like he'd be one to do it.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hello.
Because we have the plant. There's so many things against... There's so many things against Emma. But this is where I have to make my decision. Are we blaming Mr. Fernsbury? That would be probably the easiest case. We have all the evidence there against them. But I think this story is Emma. I really think Emma did it. They left with the migraine. Her alibi could not be accounted for.
Hey.
Actually, I remember Patrick talked about Rosie. Didn't he say something about Rosie being on staff?
Can't you just relax for a minute?
He did say that. So if we can talk to Rosie and get her to account for the brother, Emma would be the only one left. So let's find Rosie. So where I entered the building, I remember there was kitchen close. Was it? Okay, I came in this room.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Oh, there she is.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to.
Oh.
When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Okay, that's very... So Emma was found outside.
Decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not.
It's definitely... Yeah, so it's Emma. She wants to take over the estate. Patrick's alibi confirmed.
Ask her to marry me,
I'm glad I remembered that. On the... That he said Rosie... We did it. So we have enough evidence to blame Emma.
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
He's like, I thought you were following me. What are you doing?
If you'll follow me, sir.
Still have to find the case file somehow. In order to do that, I'm probably going to have to take out Mr. Fernsby.
How are you today, sir?
And take out Rebecca. And get the coins. This has been such a cool mission, though. It's not an easy one. I'm loving this game so much.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Thank you. Been working out. You know, us detectives, we have to stay in prime shape.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
All right there.
Which one? This one? Not that one. Oh, right here.
I've never seen a dead body before.
Okay, he said that was... What is going on right now? Did I go in the wrong door? So this is the office. What's this?
How are you?
Doing well, but find the case file. Where's Mrs. Carlisle?
No, not that I saw.
Oh.
All I can think about is those
Okay, Mrs. Carlisle is not in her office.
You faced great obstacles too, I know.
She's down here.
We will persevere. It is my duty to make that happen.
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
Did your butler not tell you we had a meeting? So we'll find her alone in the office, but we still haven't figured out how to get the case file. I wonder if there was poison. I didn't even pay attention if I could have went in the office. Maybe there was something to tamper with. Definitely a long mission.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now,
very
go
nice.
claim your reward.
The Lion's Den.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Now, it's not Mr. Fernsbury. It's definitely Emma. Wait, I don't have enough... It says I don't have enough evidence to accuse Emma. So I guess I'm just going to accuse the butler. That stinks. How do I not have enough evidence? What else would I need?
Where are you going? Please, sit down.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
apparently I'm
Now,
just gonna
where
even
were
though
we?
I know it's Emma. I wonder if she'll let me
Please remain
leave.
seated, Mr. Whitmer.
Okay, what am I missing? How is that not enough evidence? There's something I'm missing. We know it's not Patrick. I mean, I guess it could have been suicide. All this time trying to decide who it was, and it just ends up being suicide.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Okay, I'm definitely not ready to solve it yet. Because apparently I can blame the butler. But I had this just... I want to solve it. I mean, I feel like I did solve it.
Hi.
I received
Is there something in here that I'm missing? What am I missing? So whiskey. Whiskey glass bottle found on Zachary Carlisle's bedside. So I wonder who brought him the whiskey.
But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
This is tough. Because I have it solved, I just have to have enough evidence. What's this? Footprints? This would be Emma's room? Shoes and footprints found in Emma and Gregory's room. There's still one more clue it says I need from this room. What's in here? What am I missing? Closet. Definitely not. If we could only find the alcohol. Wait, that's it. That's the bottle. I mean, that could just be the same bottle that's here. Come on, what is this? Because it says in the room we've found 4 out of 4 clues now. So what am I missing? Okay. We found 6 out of 6 clues. 4 out of 4. One out of 2 clues in Rebecca's room. One out of 2 clues found in the greenhouse. Okay, so that means we still have to find 1 clue in Rebecca's room.
Like that, I bet you worked with a lot of...
Sorry, but I think
I love games that challenge you like this.
How are you, sir?
I'm interested to see what I missed, though. Probably a camera opportunity. Notebook. Rebecca Carlyle's notebook found in the bedroom in which she is staying. The notes concern various Carlyle sets as well as a board meeting from the night before. Handwriting does not match Zachary's suicide note. So if we could find something that Emma wrote, that would solve it. That would solve the case. It could be in the greenhouse. I bet I missed it. I bet it's in the greenhouse and I just overlooked it.
How can you be so relaxed? I wish you'd take things
can I
more
talk to
seriously.
Emma?
What are you going on about now?
No.
This whole situation isn't normal.
Yeah, she's guilty. The game makes me have all the evidence, though. Wish Agent 47 could move a little bit faster. But I believe we've solved it. It's not. We know it's not Rebecca. We already knew that. We know it's not Patrick. We know it's not Mr. Fernsbury.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Which means we know who it is. The game just wants us to find one, you know, it doesn't want you to solve it unless you find every piece of evidence. Oh, I see it. There's something I can take a picture of inside. I bet it's handwriting.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. What? I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning.
Oh.
You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
No, that's all. I can't believe that all I had to do was scan that. Oh well. We solved the murder. So she wants to take over. She wants to take over the estate. Emma does. And she's going to take out everybody in the process. Where's Mr. Fernsbury? I believe I can just walk all the way up there. I think I have access to up there now. I think.
What is it, Fernsby?
Mr. Edwards is not coping too well with the situation, I'm afraid.
He is a useless wimp. If it's not one...
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
So I'm interested. So we solved the case. We still have to find the case file. And I believe to open the case file, we need the 2 tokens from Rebecca and Mr. Fernsby. So that's why you can't really blame Mr. Fernsby, because she probably has him arrested.
Hey,
then you have no option to get the token. Let's go. She's like, you told me you had enough evidence earlier, and we're doing this all over again? Question is, where's the safe? What is that on her chair? A button?
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion.
Oh, we've reached it.
Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Accuse Emma.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother, Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, The girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from Father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
Case file.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then.
She's gonna give us the case, so she knows who we are now.
So,
oh, we get the case file. This is awesome.
The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope.
She does not know what.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Okay, so we've seen her whereabouts.
Where are you going? Please, sit down.
Oh.
Right. Where were we? The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt.
What is she doing?
I need some privacy. Thank you.
Oh, here it is. It's time. Let's get out the fiber wire. Wait, if I push her off... Let's push.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Unnoticed. So I completed a challenge there. I gotta get out. Run. So I know there was a boat. I found a boat key. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
verified his identity.
I did, sir. It all checked out.
What am I doing? Panicking under pressure. Because they would have to know it was me, the detective. They would have to. They're searching. So we're just gonna leave the same way we came in. We'll have to find what the boat key does later on. Oh, this mission was so awesome. Look how smooth we were going in as a detective, solving the murder.
47. They're everywhere. Oh. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
Oh no. What just happened? They took Gray. I believe they just, we'll find out, but I believe they just took Gray. We did it. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at us go. 10, 11 challenges completed. Let's go. 24,000 experience. 4-star rating. Yes. That was a blast. That would be easy to complete that same story mission the second time. But that was so much fun. Look at all the levels we went up. We did it. So, that's probably one of my favorite missions that I've played in... It's hard to pick a favorite in the series, but being a detective was a blast. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the rest of the videos in the Hitman 3 series, and also for all my other gaming videos as well. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and keep coming back for more content like this and to improve your gamer ability.